Hello, boys.
Good day.
Like the boys?
Welcome back.
Good day. Are you having a naughty little brandy?
I'm having a brandy, yeah. It's Friday.
That's lekker.
Having a nice fire. Gonna have a braai now.
Yeah. Sorry, we haven't seen you in a while. Work got the better of us.
Teachers.
Teachers, yeah,
Yes,
rough.
we work half day.
Yeah, setting up papers, all sorts of functions and stuff, but we're back.
Mm.
Lots happened
Absolutely.
Yes,
in the last bit.
So much conspiracies going around about different managers and stuff, but I
Yeah.
think we should start with the results.
Yeah, so we had three interesting games. The first one we want to talk about. Where should we start? Should we start with United City?
I think we should finish with United.
Okay, let's start.
That's where I am.
Let's-
Finished.
Yes.
Let's start with the least
Yeah.
interesting one. It's probably Burnley,
Burnley Chelsea 1-1.
Burnley,
Chelsea at home.
Mm.
And Thomas Tuchel said it was just one of those days where they had a lot of shots.
Which is
Convert.
fair. It's
Yeah.
fair. It's gonna
Let him
happen.
convert.
In a season, it's gonna happen.
But Burnley is tough to play against.
Yes.
Always, but still, it's those games that you can lose,
Absolutely.
and that's gonna cost you the league. So
Yeah.
have your bad
Home
games.
games, yeah.
Have your bad games and draw. That's fine.
Yeah.
And I think they're still on a roll.
Mm.
I don't think they're most probably not going to worry about this. I don't think it's
Mm.
going to be let's
No, it's
start to
because the other
stress
guys
now.
are falling further behind.
Yeah, no, exactly. No, they still for me number one.
Yeah, so yeah, it's he's still manager of the month. I just saw it on the,
No,
on the
he's-
Premier
yes,
League
he's brilliant.
website. So, and they're still 3 points ahead, top of the log.
Mm.
I think it's because of his consistency. that's
Yeah,
why.
and they'll bounce back from that. I'm
Yeah.
sure they will. Yeah.
Surely, no,
You know,
definitely.
if United could draw a match, it would be great.
Yeah,
So I
that's
think
like a win
Chelsea
for us.
Chelsea will take it.
It's
Yeah.
like a win.
And then, David Moyes doing a great job. West Ham 3-2.
Still don't understand that.
Yeah,
I do.
But he
I
did.
do.
Well, he didn't get the time at United, but he's
I
doing
think he's
so
a good
so
manager.
well.
I think if he gets if he's the type of manager, if he gets the support from the board and he gets every single player that he
Yeah.
wants, he'll do well.
But he
And at
didn't get
United,
players.
He didn't get
He
the
actually
players
lost
'cause
players. Last season, Jesse Lingard was the best player for West Ham.
Yeah, but I mean,
they
Man
lost
United have
Jesse
been
Lingard. No, but still, if you look at West Ham, Jesse Lingard last season was probably the best player for West Ham.
Yeah, but
They
remember,
lost him, and
Yeah.
now all of those other people are just coming up. Rice is he's a defensive
Yeah.
midfielder. He's scoring goals. He's going
Yeah, yeah,
forward.
they had a fairly easy
It's-
run. They haven't played except for the Liverpool game. They haven't played the most.
Well, they're
difficult
they're
opposition.
unbeaten in Europa.
Yeah.
That's really it's
Depth.
something else, eh?
in Europa, they need that depth. And I
Yeah.
honestly feel that West Ham will be a better team with Lingard.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And I feel that Man United, unfortunately, I think, are being stubborn because Lingard's hardly getting any game time.
Yeah.
And I think he'd be better off with his England career in West Ham.
Yeah.
If they go further, I think that they might struggle later on.
There
with
will be a slump.
yeah,
Well, they've already got
'cause
one
if-
injury in defence.
So if
Yeah.
they go further in the Europa and you start playing semis and you start playing in
Yeah.
Europe and it's
Yeah.
traveling everything and you need, I don't think they've got the depth then to maybe challenge for top four, but they'll definitely be there.
They've lost Angelo Ogbonna, Tory's cruciate
Crucial
ligament,
ligament,
so
so-
he's
Yeah.
out. He's going to be out for the rest of the season.
And then of course it's going to be Africa Cup of Nations as well.
yeah,
That's
So Ben Rama.
a few players that will be involved in that. Yeah.
So it might become a bit difficult, but
Yeah.
well done to them.
At
Well
Liverpool
done, it's
also
great. They're
probably
really
bounce
playing.
back, and they're third on the log now,
Mm.
which is the best at the highest position ever.
That was
I
a
think.
fantastic match. Eh?
Yeah.
Any team could have won that game.
Great catch. That Allison had a shocker.
He did.
Allison's
Yeah.
mistake
But
was the
Allison
difference.
never. That's the first time I've
Wow.
actually seen that he's
Yeah.
had like a very very bad game. So
Yeah.
it happens.
Yeah,
I don't
they
think.
say
I don't
all
think Klopp.
three of the
I don't-
goals he could have done better.
Yeah, I don't think Klopp is going to worry about this. I think it's the same as Chelsea. It was a bit of a bad weekend.
Yeah.
I think they're going to bounce back. They've got a nice game coming up as well. We'll talk about that a little bit later. But
Yeah.
I think Liverpool will definitely bounce back.
Yeah.
I don't think it's a big problem for them.
Good teams do bounce back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. And then of course the Manchester derby.
Manchester
Remember
derby.
when that was we were still excited about that
Yeah.
about
It's
6 years ago.
It's not even a derby anymore. It's more like.
So they've dropped to sixth and Arsenal's fifth. I just want to say that.
Yes.
Arsenal beat Watford 1-0 at home. Great game. And
Win is
Leeds
a win.
1-all against Leicester at home, which is an okay result for me.
Yeah.
And then we get to the big derby game at home at Old Trafford. A lot's been said about the game in the press. What was the statement? Who read that statement to me? That from De Bruyne?
Kevin De Bruyne actually said that normally when Man City trains, the last session of training is they do a tactical training for what the opposite team is going to give them.
Yeah.
And Pep told the guys that we don't know what Man United, we don't know what they play. So they practiced for about 10 minutes and went home.
We also don't know what they
That's where Man U literally is. And I feel for Ole.
No
I really
identity.
do. I feel for the players. I think there's a lot more than just a management problem. It's a player problem. It's people getting 300 million or 300k a week, and they're playing 10 minutes. It's guys not fighting for the club anymore. It's downwards. It's just going downwards and downwards. And
I've got a strong opinion about it, and I really do believe. I do believe that United, the players are good enough. I do in my heart believe that.
I have to be.
I believe that a role of a manager is to motivate the players to get the best out of them.
I agree.
That is what the Leeds manager did
Yeah.
a couple of seasons ago. That's what
Yeah.
Leicester City. That's what he did to Leicester City. And Man United have got world-class players. And the thing is, the starting lineup every single Premier League match is defensive. You got Fred
And we've got a
McTominay.
shit defense.
It's shocking.
It's shocking.
The only thing I like about the formation is the wing backs. I think
Maguire.
that's exciting. But
No.
how can you
at
not
all.
have Cavani and Ronaldo starting every single EPL match?
I'll start
Sancho.
Cavani before I start Ronaldo.
And Sancho. You gotta fit him in there, in the starting lineup.
That's
him
the big
time.
thing. But
Absolutely.
that's the pressure from Man U. You buy someone for 80 million,
You buy someone for that much, you put him on the bench. How's he gonna feel?
and he plays
His
two
confidence
matches.
is gonna go boom.
2-3
down.
matches. He plays 2-3 matches. Of course, no one's going to come from Bundesliga to the Premier League, and it's much quicker. The guy has to get used to it, and now
Can I say
no,
something?
and
I
now
disagree. I disagree.
and now give him time. Give him time. Give him a few games. Let
I
him
don't
play.
think time is the thing.
No,
He
he's a
doesn't
great
get
player.
chances. When has Sancho started a Premier League match?
But that's what I'm saying. Start him more. But the
Yes.
pressure from Man U is saying 3 games wasn't good, and then let's just keep him on the bench.
If you got a job, okay, Steph, you got a job, and it's a fantastic paid job, and the manager and
What's
everyone
that?
sings praises of you, okay? Yeah. And basically what happens is your manager doesn't give you attention, he doesn't ask you to do important jobs in the company.
No, you get negative.
How do you feel?
You get negative
You
and
get
become
negative.
worse.
No.
Sancho
Become
is
worse.
exactly
Listen
the
to
same.
his post-match talks.
Shocking.
It sounds like he doesn't really
But
know
listen,
what
if,
to
talks
say.
if
about
I was
history
the
and
manager
tradition,
after the
Forget about
fourth,
history and tradition. Talk about now.
after the game is changing. But after the
Absolutely.
4th game we lost, if I was the manager, what do you say? I'll just say, shit, I'm sorry.
Can I be
guys.
honest with you?
I'm
I
sorry.
say,
I don't know what's
I can't
going
do it
on.
anymore. I can't motivate these players.
And then get
No.
okay, but once again, who's the next
I
guy?
think,
the thing
I think Conte is a high-profile manager, and he's already.
You've done the picking order
No,
then.
no,
Leeds
no.
United,
I just
eh?
want to say the one thing. I had my hand up
Yes, you did.
a while ago.
Yes, good student.
He was the only high-profile manager that was available.
And he's not a Man U coach.
Conte. No, but like he would have gotten results.
He was the only unemployed
Yeah,
manager
yeah,
that Man United could have got.
yeah.
Let's
Every
not go
other
for the
manager is
first
in a
best
contract
one.
with another club.
Yeah. I think he could have made a difference. He's quality. Now he's at Tottenham. I think you missed a trick there. I think Ollie should have gone already.
I don't think so.
I don't think so either.
I don't think he's the guy for us. But if we're gonna get Brendan Rodgers now,
No, you
it's
guys
the
can come.
same thing.
He coached
Moyes,
Liverpool, he can't
Moyes, Van Gaal, all those guys are decent coaches, but they didn't work at Man U. We
No.
can't take a Brendan Rodgers. He has tried at Liverpool.
You
He
need
did
the
well.
next Klopp. You need the next.
Yeah,
who they
we need someone
the
to
Ajax coach. You want
That
the
Ajax coach. I think it's
everyone.
Heng or someone.
No, Ten Hag. Yeah,
That guy.
But he's
Put him in.
everyone is.
Put him in.
He's like the biggest thing, but still he's playing.
No, he's
in
actually not the biggest thing.
No, he is, and
He's
but he's
good at
playing in
Ajax.
another league as well.
Closing statements about Man United.
We are tired. We need
Man
something
United
new. Sorry.
Have got to change their starting lineup to more attacking. They need to drop Fred. They need to give Van der Beek a chance now because Pogba's injured for a lengthy time.
Yes.
So if Fred starts on the weekend or in a week and a half time, I will turn off my television.
He's
And
gonna
that's it.
lose his job.
Van der
Take
Beek
the chance.
has
Play
to
Van der
start.
Beek.
Yeah,
Why
yeah.
not? Take a chance.
Or Lingard. I mean, someone has
Yeah.
to
Why
start.
did you buy? Why did you buy him in the first place? I mean, the
I
guy's
don't
sitting
know.
on
No
the bench.
one knows. No one knows.
Yeah.
I'm
He was,
I'm
not,
loyal. I
he was
want them
nominated
to
for
win.
Ballon d'Or
Yeah.
when he was at Ajax. He's
Yeah.
sitting on a bench.
So yeah, before we do the fixtures, it was been a very interesting week. Norwich won their first game against Brentford away.
And then they
And
sacked
then
the
go-
manager.
and the
Boom.
same
Yeah,
day
that,
that they
that
sacked.
was,
What
that was
legends.
definitely.
No, but they looked at the bigger picture.
Villa is a new coach.
Yes, I think
Stevie G
I'm
also
very
looking at a bigger
excited.
picture.
Very excited about that.
He was in the
sure.
Champions League. He was playing Champions League football. Obviously, he's from the Premier League. It's a big step to get back to the
but
Premier
he
League.
did well.
I thought he was going to
Look,
stay with
Can I say
Manchester.
one more thing about Man United?
No.
Now, Ole. Okay, Ole. Look, we're talking Ole's about 2.5 years
Yeah.
with Man United. So I'm saying that we've given him enough time.
Yeah.
He's bought the players that he wants. He asked for Sancho. He asked for Van der Beek. He asked for Varane. He's got it. But he's not performing. And
No.
that is why I'm saying that time is up for Ole. Look,
No.
if Ole was a year into his contract and they were losing like this, I'd say, no, give him a chance. But he's gone through 2 transfer windows and he got what he wanted. And he's not
No.
doing the
I
job.
just want to say
That's
that
why
I
I'm
think
saying
I
all
think
out.
I think to go back to Aston Villa, Gerrard is doing the right thing for him as a manager,
Yeah,
career
he wants to be
wise.
in the Premier League.
So
His
what
next
what
step
it-
is Liverpool.
yeah, so a guy like Lampard going straight into well from Derby, but straight into a Chelsea.
Yeah.
I think Villa is the perfect team for
Absolutely.
Gerrard. I think he's
the
gonna
big
he's
tip
gonna
for
be
Norwich, hey?
Yeah, Lampard and Norwich.
is the big tip
Well,
for Norwich.
great. That's great,
Yeah.
but that's the first. He had to go there. You can't go.
Yeah.
He won't
when-
keep them up though. He
No.
won't keep Norwich up. I
No,
think
no
it's
one's
too
gonna
late.
know. Not even Klopp will keep them up.
No.
So I think for Villa, I think that's
Yeah.
they're struggling with the squad. Very defensive record is very bad at the
Yeah.
moment. Mings they dropped Mings a few games
Yeah,
ago,
I don't understand
but they
that.
are
England player.
Can I ask
and
a
he's
question
not
about
playing.
Aston Villa?
but they
How
are
much bucks?
losing. That's 5 in a row now.
They
So
lost
that's-
Grealish.
How much
They lost
money
their
did they
captain.
get for Grealish?
Yeah.
100 million pounds.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Have they invested that in players? No.
They did just
Wendy
a little bit
now
of
to Ings.
squad depth, but not a
Yeah.
big
Ings.
player.
Oh man, that's like 10 million pounds.
But it's
signing.
gonna no. I think they won't go down. I think they'll be there, and I think
thought
next
they would have
year.
invested more by now.
No.
Next year, I think watch.
I mean, 100
Villa?
million pounds. Jeez.
No.
Didn't you say Villa's gonna
Yeah,
be
I
in the
still-
top 4?
Yeah, we thought so.
I thought so.
Should have put money on that.
Yeah, we should have.
And then there was small news about Newcastle being the richest club in the world now.
Yes,
And
so
their manager
gonna
is
be-
Eddie Howe from Bournemouth,
Good,
I think
good manager.
That's good.
Yeah,
Good manager.
who
I
plays a
think he's
very
landed
fluent
landed
attacking
his hand in the
style.
fire.
His role model was Arsene Wenger. He sort of modelled the
Yeah.
style of play on Arsene Wenger, keeping the ball, possession football, pushing up high on the pitch, playing attacking.
Yeah.
And when things went south a bit for Bournemouth and
He just got sacked.
they lost a few players, he couldn't adapt that
Yeah.
style of play
Correct.
to keep them in the Premier League. But I think he's a very talented coach, a young
I-
coach.
Yeah, he's very good.
But the
very,
question,
very good.
the
It's going to be
question
good.
remains.
He's going to stay there for 2 years.
He's
and then
young.
they're gonna,
He's not really world renowned as a coach.
No.
So Newcastle is now the richest club in the world. Are the Neymars and Mbappe's going to come to a
Or
guy
Eddie
who
Howe.
they don't really know?
No.
they won't go for the manager, but if
They'll go for the money.
if you tell a
You
guy,
reckon?
maybe not Neymar or let's
They're already
say
getting bucks at
a little
PSG.
bit of smaller player or someone that likes. I read that Pogba now wants to become the most paid player
Yeah, I
in the
read
world.
I
So
heard
get a guy like that.
He doesn't
Not a
deserve
Pogba
it, by the
fan.
way.
Not a
No,
Pogba fan.
get a guy like Pogba, which is good enough for Newcastle, and
Yeah.
tell the guy, listen, I'm going to pay you £400,000 a week.
That
Come
could
to
happen.
and he'll go. I promise
No.
you, he'll
Probably will
go.
happen, eh?
No.
Because he's all about the money.
No.
And Pogba's...
He likes doing a little dance and dyeing his hair,
No, Pogba.
and he likes moaning about the club where he is.
If
at.
he focuses on football, he'll be the
Yeah.
best midfielder in the world. That guy has got a pass,
He's
but
got
he's
physicality
busy
and-
with other stuff. If he played under, no, he did play under Ferguson.
Are we back
That-
to Man United
yes,
now?
he did play under Ferguson, and he actually left.
No problem.
He left because I think Fergie just told him, listen, if you don't want to play here, take your stuff and leave.
Fergie doesn't take nonsense from guys
So
who think they're bigger than the
That's
club.
exactly,
And that's what Man
Pogba.
United needs.
That's what Pogba
Yeah.
is. Yeah.
That's what Man United needs, because I promise you,
You
four of
can't
those
imagine
players don't
Solly.
deserve starting lineups.
Solly. You can't imagine Ollie.
Those boys.
Ollie getting in a guy's face
No.
and trying to motivate
I mean,
him.
he
He's
sits
such a quiet,
On
spoken.
his chair.
Most probably asks Ronaldo to do the speech afterwards.
Yeah.
No, well,
I think Ronaldo might be a good manager one day.
Ronaldo will be a damn good
he
manager.
will, but he's
Okay.
got to go through steps. Okay.
Now United. Next week, there's only one game that we really want to look at, and that's Arsenal and
That's a big
Liverpool.
one because Arsenal have now won 3 in a row.
5 in a row, I think. Is it 5 in a
I think
row?
it's 3 in a row. They're fifth on the log, 3 points above Man United.
Well deserved, well deserved.
And
Well deserved.
yeah, look, I still think Liverpool's going to come out
Still
on
happy
top
with
of
your
that
manager?
I
game.
think it's going to be a better game than you think. I think
Yeah.
with Smith Rowe on Smith Rowe on form,
Yeah.
and they're really playing well. So maybe
He got his England call up.
Arsenal's exciting. It's a very, very young team.
Arsenal's
very young
yeah.
average age. There's a bright future coming. Arteta, I've been outspoken about Arteta.
What do you think about him now?
I feel they had a fairly easy run. Beating Watford 1-0 at home was not really amazing. It wasn't a great game. So I still think that give him time, like we said, give these guys time. He is performing at the moment, but this is where you need to really show up. This is the type of game where your Aubameyangs and your guys really need to put their hand up and need to win these big games.
I agree.
And nobody's talking about Arsenal as a possible top 4 finisher.
because they're not.
Well, it's a dark
But-
horse. It's
but
a dark horse.
If they can string together wins, if they can beat the Liverpools,
Stay injury free.
keep the squad together.
No, I don't think so.
What I like is that they stick to the same back four. They play the same back four every week. The core of the team is the same every week.
Starting lineup.
The starting lineup.
Man United's starting lineup is never the
It's
same.
not because
No.
we've got 15, 16, 17 world-class
Enough
players.
about United, though.
Sorry,
Come on.
sorry. But no.
But I think
I
Arsenal
think Arsenal's
have an
doing
outside
well,
chance
but-
for fourth.
Yeah.
I do believe that.
But it
I
will probably be
know.
a close game. I'd say Liverpool. I'd probably draw. I'm going to go for a draw.
I think it's going to be close or it's going to be a smashed.
I'm
Liverpool's
gonna
gonna
go.
smash.
I'm gonna go for 2-1, 2-1 Liverpool.
I think it's going to be a 3-1 Liverpool.
Okay. I'm going to
3-1
say
Liverpool.
1-1. That's my score.
Are we gonna put 10 rand on it?
No, put nothing on. Yeah, then obviously I think it's going to be interesting to see what the big clubs do, how they bounce back. United's got a nice one at Watford, for them to to show that they can bounce back.
You know what?
If we lose against Watford,
Not even lose. If we start Fred against Watford, you need to change it.
I don't
know what's
mind
gonna
it when
happen.
United
I don't
lose.
know.
I just want to say that.
No, you don't.
You know what?
I know.
Technically speaking, I won't actually mind if Watford win because then Ole might be gone.
Yeah.
Don't be that guy. Don't be
Why
that
not?
Man United
Be that guy.
supporter.
It's
Don't-
better for the long term.
No,
It's
don't
better
Make a
for the long
banner,
term.
make a
We
poster
al-
that
we
says
always-
Ollie must go.
We always want Man U to win.
Look in the heart.
We
But
don't
for the
want them
long
to.
term,
We don't want them
Ole
to
is not
lose.
the man.
If they lose, they should lose
Maybe,
7-0.
what about Roberto Martinez? He's been
What-
maybe
Ajax
Um,
coach. Ajax
no, no.
coach.
No, Belgium coach.
Belgium coach.
Well, he's been at. He was at Everton. No,
He's
yeah,
at
Everton. Everton.
Yeah, he's a good coach.
Yeah, it's
Good
not good
golf
enough. You haven't won one thing with the number one team in the world, but okay. Let's just go on there.
Thank you, guys.
Sharp.
It was a
Yeah.
passionate
Are we going to do a
conversation.
fantasy league or not?
Oh, fantasy. Yeah, fantasy.
Salah hat trick against Arsenal. Come
Fantasy's
on.
a mess.
Fantasy is horrible this year because you can't pick the big
We are
players.
close on points, by the way.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we
we're
do
very
well.
close.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, you have to have Salah, but then he doesn't perform. There's quite a few cheap guys. Smith Rowe's doing well.
Smith Rowe, I bought him and very glad about that.
Yeah.
I'm looking for Gallagher now.
I got Gallagher.
I've got Gallagher. I bought
uh,
Gallagher as well. Everyone's going to buy
I'm
him
going to
now.
buy him now.
Yeah.
And then I know Tottenham's got a good
Run coming up.
yes.
I
So
still have
maybe
Eric Dyer.
with the new coach,
Conte
maybe look
is a
at
defensive Italian manager.
maybe look at Son, buying Son. Maybe
Like Kane.
Son's my captain.
no. I promise you now, Kane is that guy who's he's
His heart's not at Tottenham anymore.
but he's gonna play for the new manager because
Yeah.
he's one of those
I
very
don't think so.
arrogant.
I think he's gonna push for a move
no,
next
he's a, no. I would no, but if he wants to move, he's an arrogant guy. He
has to
wants to
sell
show.
himself. He
Yes,
wants
His,
to
contract,
move.
his contract's up next year, I'm sure.
he wants to show Conte what he. So I think buy Kane, leave Ronaldo, and look. I think it's going to happen. I think Kane is going to score a hat trick in the next 3 games.
Look, if you sell Ronaldo, you open yourself
I've
up to
got
wonderful
Son.
options.
Son's my captain.
But you know what? Selling Ronaldo is risky because you know
I've sold
Ronaldo
him.
on his day, And you dropped points. I
Yeah.
actually caught you. Remember, I was out of youth.
No, don't
two.
get
I
used
was
to that
behind
sort of
you.
thing.
Yeah,
I
but it's
kept
like
it all
20,
down.
20 points here, 20 points here. It's
Yeah,
such a,
that's
it's, yeah.